Golden Bears' golden arm, Jared Goff, is set to lead Cal into the 2015 season, where they'll contend for division and league title in the Pac-12. Joining us now is third-year head coach Sonny Dykes, and Coach Jared believes he's improved on completion percentage and the mental side of the game in fall camp. Would you agree?
Yeah, he's much improved. I mean, he's one of those guys that came in and started as a true freshman. Took some lumps his first year. We weren't very good as a program, and then really kind of came into his own last season. And the impressive thing about him is he's made a big jump from where he was in year 2 to where we expect him to be in year 3. I mean, he's really improved his game. We think he's going to have a big year, and he's a great leader for our program. You said at the end of the camp that half, if not 2/3 of your freshmen will play this year. One of those is receiver Conavai Noah. What makes him stand out? Well, you know, I think physically he's a little bit ahead of everybody else. Just a little bit stronger. He plays very fast. He's got a fearless attitude about him. I mean, he's one of those kids that goes full speed and then worries about making mistakes and stuff after the fact. And that's what he's done. I mean, he's been very consistent. He's been productive for us. He's you know, again, he's physically probably a little bit ahead of everybody else. He's got some strength to him, and he's just been incredibly consistent for a young wide receiver. You've been vocal this year that you must be a bigger threat in the running game. What have you seen out of Daniel Lasco and others and your offensive line to lead you to believe that the Bears will be better on the ground this year? Well, I think the big thing really, it starts up front with the offensive line, and we really like our guys that we have right now playing for us. We have a lot of experience, you know, 3 third-year starters and guys that have played a lot of snaps, and we've had some key players step in and do a good job for us. Dominic Granado has really kind of taken over that center position, and has had a really good fall camp, and has really in some ways exceeded our expectations. And you know, we're excited to see what he does when he gets a chance to play. But that's where it starts with the run game, and you know, what we've done is develop really good depth behind Daniel Lasco, and you know, there's a bunch of good players behind him that we think are going to have a big year with Vic and and Trey Watson, and a lot of guys that are really going to contribute. You added a second defensive secondary coach in John Lovett before the start of camp. Where will his influence, along with Greg Burns, make the secondary better? Well, we have a young group. I mean, the good thing is we've got depth really the first time in our program, and we've got a lot of depth on the back end. And we felt like we needed to develop some young players and some newcomers. And you know, splitting those 2 positions, I think, has really benefited us. The safety and the corner position are really 2 totally different positions. And especially now in modern college football, you know, a lot of times you're playing with 5, sometimes 6 DBs. So it doesn't make a lot of sense for one coach to coach 6 guys and the other 3 coaches coach 5. So we split that up. John's brought us a lot of experience. He's done a really good job with the corners. The players love playing for Greg, and he's really starting to develop those safeties as well. So it's a great combination, and we feel like our coaching staff is in a great place. Well, Coach, I know I speak for all the fans excited to see the Golden Bears on the field this fall. Thanks for taking time with us, and best of luck. No problem. Thanks for having me.